Hi everyone, welcome to the Market Antithesis, where we ignore all the noise and focus on what really drives the action on Wall Street. Today we're going to step into the metaverse, but we're going to come at it from a slightly different angle than you'd see on traditional financial media or mainstream media. We're going to take a look at how to make money through investing in the infrastructure, the underlying guts of this new metaverse platform. But before we get to that, like always, I want to remind you that to download my free ebook in the description. This ebook is going to teach you a safe and smart way to generate cash in the stock market. This is great for beginners that just want to start dipping their foot into investing in blue chip stocks. Okay, so most of you guys have heard of the metaverse, likely through Facebook's rebranding. This is partially controversial. A lot of the podcasts I listen to, the VCs are all hating on Zuckerberg because he's kind of co-opting that metaverse ideology. But realistically, it's a really good move for them because it's taking away that like a negative connotation of Facebook. But anyway, this is what people think of when they think of the metaverse. But later in this video, I'm going to go into what is really going to drive the metaverse and how, as an investor, you can allocate your capital to try to make the easiest type of returns. Along with Facebook's rebranding, I'm sure everyone's heard of NFTs. These have been extremely hot and part of the whole metaverse narrative. The appreciation of these has been insane. Some might even call it a bubble. I don't really like to use that word because things are valued at what they're valued, but this is not where the real money is made either. It's kind of a fad, but if you want to make consistent investment money, you have to focus on infrastructure. The best way I've discovered to take advantage of this metaverse platform that's being built, or the new internet, is by looking at what publicly traded companies, or even crypto protocols, which I'll get to at the end of this video, which I'm super excited about, what businesses are going to be able to generate revenue through the new Web 3.0 or metaverse platform. Easiest way you can do that is by looking at this ETF by Roundhill. It's called the Roundhill Ball Metaverse ETF. This ETF owns multiple companies that these investors think are going to benefit from the metaverse. If you scroll down, you can see their investment strategy and their kind of high-level theses on what types of businesses are going to benefit the most. Here I want to highlight 3 different categories that I think are going to have the most exponential growth in this area. Number 1 is going to be compute. So here you can see that's companies enabling and supplying computing power to support all different types of applications in the metaverse. The second, and I'd say most interesting part, is networking. This is companies that are providing real-time connections with high bandwidth and data services to customers. I'm going to save this for the best for last, but there is a new cryptocurrency network that is going to decentralize and provide extremely cheap infrastructure for high bandwidth connectivity. They're going to drive a lot of data through their network, and it's going to have incredible upside. And the third important area is going to be hardware. All of this computing power is going to have to run on sophisticated hardware technology. And there's a very famous company that I'm sure you guys have heard of that is killing it in the hardware space. Now we can take a look at the individual holdings of this ETF. It's pretty interesting. It can give you a good perspective on the whole range of companies that are going to be involved. You can see the first one's Roblox, second one's NVIDIA, which we're going to actually dive into because I think that's one of, it's a famous company, but it is really killing it with regards to metaverse development. Microsoft, which is like the best blue chip company out there. Unity, which is a gaming software. So there's a lot of gaming in here. Some semiconductors. You can see Snapchat, which is like a virtual reality or augmented reality platform. We can see that if you scroll down. This is one of my favorite unheard of companies, Cloudflare. It's only 1% of this ETF, which I actually think is probably low, but this company is innovating in the edge computing space. And edge computing is really going to be the foundation of being able to drive that fast connectivity that I was talking about. And it's going to control a ton of data once we get into a world where everything is connected to the internet. And I think this company has tons of upside, and based on the recent price action, the market is confirming it. So like I said, we're going to dive into NVIDIA, which is one of the best companies out there in the stock market, and they are a critical part of this whole metaverse thesis. And the main thing they do is they build out hardware for all types of computing platforms. They have gaming and entertainment business, laptop business, cloud business, networking business, and GPUs. The GPUs is what you're mostly familiar about because they're used for Bitcoin mining. So they're making a ton of money in that, and they're also expanding to all different types of hardware applications. They're also involved in software, which is crazy. They're getting both sides of the spectrum. They're building out application frameworks, apps, infrastructure, which is my favorite word, gaming and entertainment. They're really on all edges of the computing innovation space. And here, if we look at the chart, we can see that the price action is actually confirming all the fundamentals that we're talking about. This metaverse thesis is real. It's the next platform for the internet, and NVIDIA is playing a massive part of that. They actually just reported earnings, I think, today, and there's a huge gap up because they beat expectations considerably. Over the past month, this stock has broken out and is really an outperformer. So instead of buying NFTs, you should start building positions in these type of companies. They're safe, they generate billions of dollars of revenue, and they're going to provide consistent gains into the future as this investment thesis plays out. So next, I mentioned Cloudflare when we were looking at that Meta Ball ETF. This company is one that you probably haven't heard of. You don't really see it on financial news or anything like that, but it is one of the leaders in edge computing. And so here you can see that their competitive advantage is they have one of the biggest networks of edge databases. So this allows your website to run at amazing speeds no matter where the user is living. Their data is going to be offloaded to the closest data center to their phone or their computer or their device. And their network really allows for amazing application speeds. So how is this going to fit into the metaverse? Well, as we become more connected and we're in augmented reality environments, we're wearing headsets or whatever the new platform is for engaging with media, Cloudflare can be that infrastructure that allows high-speed connectivity through their distributed edge computing network. And how is the market treating this company? It's absolutely gone crazy. You can see that since the beginning of October, we had a overall market pullback, and this company bounced from even 115 or 110, and it just rallied so hard. There must have been a lot of institutional money buried into the stock because of their amazing growth rate. You can see that it went from 115 and it's now trading at $220. It's almost doubled in a 2-month period, and all of the moving averages are pointing upward. I really think this thing is going to keep running. It is one of the most hidden gems in the market, and I think it's really going to benefit from this metaverse thesis. Last, but definitely not least, is this amazing networking crypto project that I've actually been involved in for about 14 months. This project is going to be the future of wireless connectivity build out and is going to be the foundation for data transfer going forward. Helium has just rolled out a 5G network where small businesses and people with telecommunication skills are going to be able to build out a distributed and decentralized way to hook people up with 5G connectivity. And the advantage here is that it's going to cost significantly less because it's all distributed out to everyone than, say, an AT&T or a Dish network or a T-Mobile spending hundreds of billion dollars of capex to roll out 5G in hard-to-get locations. Helium is dropping that cost and is going to be an amazing benefit of the increased connectivity in this world. So let's take a look at the chart of Helium. You can see that over the past 4 or 5 days, there's been a significant pullback. But look, that was after a massive, massive rally from about $20. And that was just over the past month. If we scroll back over the past year, we can see that in July, this thing was trading at $11. And if we go back even more, you can see that this was trading under $5 in the beginning of this year. So the market has also confirmed that there is a ton of value to be created in this network. And it's still early. This is one of my favorite crypto projects because it's not really focused on DeFi or all these different things where there's a ton of projects doing the same thing. And it's really hard to differentiate. Helium is building a decentralized on-ramp and decentralized connectivity solution that's going to transfer all of the data that's going to exist in the future and be that foundation for augmented reality, virtual reality, connected devices, everything, all the innovation that's going to come out of this new metaverse. So that's it for the video. I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end. As always, like and subscribe if you like the content. Leave comments in the comment section below. Tell me why I'm wrong. This is one of the best investment theses that I can see out there. It's confirmed by a very good money managing company. So tell me why you think this isn't right. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks.